Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm Gamesplaining Mariposas. So if you have watched the Gamesplanation, you'll have an idea of how Mariposas works. I'm going to have a playthrough. It's set up for 2 players, white and blue. White will be the start player. We start with 1 butterfly each and 2 cards each. So white goes first. I think he's going to move his single butterfly forward 5 spots. So it goes, what are we going for? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, which gets him one of these flowers. So he'll just put that down there, replace the just played card, and move on to the next grouping. This is a card or 2 cards I didn't deal with in the Gamesplanation. Reuse an action card that you have played, which is that one, or reuse an action card someone else has played. These are really good cards unless there's no cards being played already. So the only one out of these 2 he can play is that one because he hasn't played anything, which allows him to do that action because someone else has played that card. So he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and he'll grab a sunflower and replace that card. Okay, we move straight on. This guy's playing with the same pair. He thinks he's going to play this one this time. So that moves forward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there, which gets him the same flower again, plus one of the flowers next to him. So he's going to take that flower, which is the one next to him. He is next to a breeding spot, so he will spend 2 flowers to breed his level 2 or generation 2 butterfly. Okay, back over to blue. Blue has this card, or he could use that card to basically enable that one, which would enable him to use one of these 2, which he's going to use that one anyway, so he might as well hang on to that. And he will go 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets him one of those flowers. He'll take one of the flowers next to him, and because he's next to that breeding spot, he will use 2 of those same flowers to breed his generation 2. Because there's nothing now on the back of this card, it gets flipped over so you can see what's going to happen in the summer. He replaces his card. This guy's now going to play this card. Now what he's trying to do is get both of his butterflies above Atlanta, so he really needs to get then move forward at least 2 more spots. If he can get yellow, green and orange, that would be a worthwhile thing for him to do. So he might head that direction. Okay, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to the city, which flips that over. That will gain him that card. That just stays in his hand as an extra card. He then rolls the dice and gets one of these flowers. He can then move 1. What he really wants to do is breed up a level 3 guy, so it means this one needs to breed. But in order for that to happen, he's going to need 3 of the same thing. I don't think that's going to be possible. The cards he has in his hand at the moment are these ones, which this card would allow him to move one of his butterflies 3 and the other one 2. The best chance he has is if he can get this butterfly to here to breed a number 2 and then move that one across. But in order for that to happen, to actually be able to get these 4 points, this one's going to need to be over on green or orange, which isn't going to happen. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. So he's just going to go to there as his other move, and he gets another card. We'll see what turns out there. Okay, blue has these cards, so he could do one of the things that's in front of this other player, or move his singles for 3. He thinks it's probably worthwhile doing that card, so he'll play that to be able to do that, which gets him 1, 2, 3. We'll get him another one of those flowers. To there, we'll get him one of those flowers. He takes another card, and then we come to the final turn of the spring season. So this player could move all three of his guys 1. He's got to get this guy above Atlanta, so he's going to have to move up 2 at least. I don't think he's going to be able to get that secondary amount of points. So what he might do instead is just head up the board with that one. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, which gets him 2 of these white ones. So both these guys are above Atlanta, so he's managed to get that. And he takes in 1 new card. The other player has these options, and he's going to spend that one to go 1 to there, a second one to there. He will breed with those 2, which gets him another level 2 or generation 2, and that generation 2 is going to move 1 to there, which gets him that. And that brings us to the end of spring. So the very first thing that now happens is you turn in the cards that have been played into the discard pile. If this pile runs out, you reshuffle the discard pile and keep going. But they stay in front of you to keep track of how far through the game you are. Then we score this card. So white first is getting 4 points because he's got 2 butterflies above Atlanta and nothing below. So white gets 4 points. He doesn't have this. Blue, however, has 2 butterflies above Atlanta and nothing below, as well as yellow, green, and orange. So he's actually getting 8 points for that. Now any level 2 or generation 2 butterfly that's left over can now breed for free. If there's you can only breed 1, by the way. If you had 2 or 3 left over, you only breed the 1. I know that doesn't matter so much for this one, but on the summer into fall, where you're breeding level 3 butterflies left over, because there's 3 of them possible, you may have only bred 1 through the course of the game. You're only going to breed 1 extra for free. Blue has already bred his, so he doesn't get a free one, but his level 1 butterfly still dies, so he comes off the board. We then move on to summer. The first player in summer is the player who is the furthest back on the points track, which happens to be white. The whole purpose of the game is to breed up to generation 4 butterflies and get them back down here. But I think that I have done most of the things. If one of the butterflies happened to stop here, he would have taken that card. That card is worth 1 point at the end of the game, and if you get a full set of the same color, you get whatever is on the card at the end of that row as well, usually end game bonuses or take extra cards. But you can look at the rules to see what they mean. So I will leave it there. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplayed, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.